Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your December 2017 mid-month readings. Thank you so much for joining us here today. My nose is itching and I have a small kitten sitting on my feet, so hopefully she doesn't video bomb us during this video, but she might. It's happened before. Thank you for joining us here today. Welcome to any newcomers who are with us for the first time. Thank you, as always, for your like, share, subscribe, support, feedback, and comments. Please keep them coming. You guys are wonderful. And thank you, as always, to those of you who continue to keep me so busy and occupied and fulfilled in reaching out for personal one-on-one readings. It's always an honor and a pleasure to read for you. Thank you very much for the opportunity to do so. And if any of you are interested in a personal reading with me and you haven't read with me before, or you have and you've forgotten the information, you can go to my YouTube channel's homepage, click on the About button, and you'll see all the information listed there of the services I offer and my contact details. Turnaround time for personal readings is usually pretty fast, as I do readings full-time, 5 to 6 days a week. It is what I do. I can always get back with you within the same day or the first 24 hours of your initial contact with more information, and setting up a personal reading live or recorded is pretty quick as well, anywhere from a couple of days upwards of 2 weeks, but almost always within a 2-week period of time we can schedule a reading for you live or recorded. I do a wide variety of readings, and we are in the middle of the holiday season. Christmas is approaching, and I always get a lot of requests this time of year for gift readings, the purchase of personal readings for friends, family, friends, loved ones, those people you never know what to get for Christmas. There's nothing more personal than a personal reading. And I also, out of all the different types of readings that I offer, I also do 6 and 12-month overviews, which is a 24-card spread which explores the energies and things coming in your life, every sector of your life, over the next 6 or 12 months. It's a great intensive spread, and it's always, you can order at any time of the year, of course, but it seems to be more popular at the end of the year as we're closing out one year and approaching the new year. People like to see what's coming up for the next 6 or 12 months of their life, particularly as we transition into a new year. So that is something to consider as well. You can find all that information and all my contact information by clicking on the About button on my YouTube channel's homepage, and my contact information is also attached to every video, the description of every video that I post as well. You can email me directly at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. I would be delighted to work with you. For those of you who are looking for just a quick answer to a quick question or two, maybe you have a decision you need to make on the fly, you just met someone and you want to see how it might play out for you. You can also find me on the smartphone app Instantgo under Irish Gypsy. That link is also under the YouTube channel under the About button, and it's also attached to the description of the videos I post. It's a smartphone app. It kind of puts me at your fingertips 24/7, which is great, assuming, of course, I'm not asleep or otherwise occupied. And if you just have a quick question or two and you just want to do a short little chat read via text, or they have a video chat option as well, you can do one question, one answer. You can open it up into a short little chat reading. So you can find me under the Instantgo app under Irish Gypsy as well. And all that information, again, you can find by clicking on the About button on my YouTube channel's homepage and on the description of every video I post. Okay, moving right along. General readings, lots of you watching, so try to watch your sun, moon, and your rising videos if you know them and if you can. They may play out a little more predictably for you over the next couple of weeks. And watching all three can just give you additional insight, pieces of what's going on in your life for the time frame that the reading covers. Okay, let's get right into this reading. I know a lot of you don't like the longer intros, but you can always fast forward, especially those of you who follow me regularly and already know this information. But, you know, just fast forward right to the part where the reading begins, and you can skip all this if you like. So this reading is for Sagittarius, the fire sign of Sagittarius, for the last half of December 2017, the last 2 weeks of December, and basically the end of 2017. Let's see what's in store for our Sagittarians. I almost said Capricorn. This is for Sagittarius. Sagittarius, the fire sign of Sagittarius, for the last half of December 2017, the last of 2017, for our Sagittarians. Okay, Sag, let us see. We have the Six of Swords, followed by the Empress, and we have the Knight of Wands, followed by the Five of Pentacles. And from the bottom of the deck, your overall energy and guidance is the Six of Wands. You also had another card pop out with that, the King of Swords. So I'm going to start with your crowning cards, actually, Sagittarius. From the bottom of the deck, representing overall energy for the next couple of weeks and guidance and advice as well. We have the Six of Wands and also the King of Swords popped out right behind him. So the Six of Wands is fire energy. That's the element which governs the suit of Wands. Sorry for the glare. It's at that weird time of year and the day where it's either too bright or too dark. So Wands is fire energy. That's the element which governs the suit. And in the tarot, the energy of the suit of Wands is creation energy. It's fire is all about creating, building, manifest, change, movement, action, power. It's a very dynamic, fluid, action-oriented energy, and it's often about creating and building and manifesting new things. Very aggressive, assertive energy. The Six of Wands is a card of victory and triumph. This is a great crowning card for you to have. It's fire energy, which is your element anyway, Sagittarius. And we're not talking about a little victory today, like I picked the right outfit, or, I got a great deal at the supermarket or anything like that. The Six of Wands is victory and triumph, significant victory and triumph, usually after a struggle, a challenge, a battle of some kind, or something you've been putting a lot of work and effort into. And it's also a card about public recognition, or about being acknowledged publicly. I mean, you could be receiving an award of some kind, you could be publicly recognized or acknowledged or in the public view, and it could just be friends and family, people just acknowledging how well you've done all your efforts into something as well. Victory and triumph. Beautiful, beautiful energy over the next couple of weeks. And the King of Swords popped out behind him too. So swords is air energy. That's the element which governs this suit. And in the tarot, this is the energy. It's in more internal psychological energy. The air energy of the suit of swords is about what goes on up in our heads. Our belief systems, our words and our ideas, how we think about things, what we believe about things, our perspectives, and how that affects the way that we communicate with the world and people in the world. Kings and queens represent individuals who've reached the mastery of their suit, kind of a maturation, evolvement past that young, immature energy of the page, the spontaneous, impulsive energy of the knights. And queens and kings represent individuals who've kind of grown and learned, matured, and evolved, and they're kind of now at a very balanced place with the emotional characteristic traits, personality traits that are inherent to them. So the King of Swords would represent somebody, for a lot of you, this can represent an air sign individual who will be significant to you over the next couple of weeks. Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra individuals, sun, moon, or rising. It's showing up as a king, but this could be a female as well. This is a general reading, so I don't like to be too gender specific. This could be a male or female air sign, or someone who strongly manifests the character traits of the King of Swords. So this would be somebody who's probably very much a thinker, a cerebral sort of individual, somebody smart, if not well educated, someone for whom truth and reality is very important, a good person to seek advice, insight, clarity, illumination from. For some of you, especially falling out behind the Six of Wands, this could be energy for some of you that you're being asked to manifest over the next couple of weeks, and it may be what leads you to victory and triumph, being very clear thinking, very linear thinking, coming first from a place of thought rather than feeling. This is about not being spontaneous or impulsive, and not allowing emotions or feelings to be the deciding factor or motivator, particularly in making important decisions. It's about kind of being clear thinking, looking at the truth and reality of things as well. And for others of you, this is just going to be an individual in your life who is either an air sign, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, or someone who's strongly manifesting like the King of Swords, significant in your life. So moving forward, we find ourselves around the middle of December. I am recording this on the 11th with the energy of the Six of Swords and the Empress. I really like this combination of cards. Your energy for the next couple of weeks is really nice anyway, Sagittarius. So the Six of Swords is a card about Peace, restoration, and healing. It's about leaving a difficult time behind you, which is what this woman is doing. If you could see the water behind her boat, it would be choppy, wavy, turbulent, like a hurricane. It can represent a difficult time in your life, a chaotic time in your life, a challenge, a struggle of some kind, putting a lot of effort into something, or just a difficult situation, or pain or sickness of some kind as well. Because this is primarily a card of peace, restoration, and healing. You're moving out of maybe a turbulent, chaotic time into smooth, calm, peaceful, healing, placid waters. You're not quite to it's transitional energy, meaning it's energy and movement and motion, which energy almost always is. You're not quite to the other shore and on solid ground yet, but you're definitely moving towards that. It's a quieter energy card, sometimes a more somber feeling, but positive, because healing is a positive process, even though sometimes it has its painful or difficult moments. It's about healing and getting better, peace, restoration, and healing as well. After some kind of struggle or challenge or pain or sickness of some kind, you're going through a healing and recovery period. Beautiful, nice, quiet, calm energy. And it's clarified by the Empress Major Arcana card. Love this card. Beautiful card. She's the traditional Earth Mother of the Tarot and often associated with things to do with nature, spending more time in nature. It's also about self-nurturing, maybe over the next couple of weeks, indulging if you can in some things that make you feel good, particularly in a physical, emotional sort of way, hot bubble baths, walks in the park, getting a massage, things like that. The Empress is also about fertility, pregnancy, rebirth. It's about the season, the timing being right to plant seeds to begin to grow and manifest something new. Typically when the Empress comes up, it's a good sign, a green light for beginning new things, new projects, new relationships, new jobs, new endeavors of any kind, because the Empress is about, okay, the season is right, the soil is right, the temperature is right, the atmosphere is right to plant the seeds to begin to grow and manifest. Sometimes it can point to literal fertility as well. Some of you may be finding out over the next few weeks that you are pregnant. Now, as it's clarifying the Six of Swords as peace, restoration, healing, you are moving away from a time period. For some of you, it may have been illness and you're recovering from that. It may have been some kind of emotional difficulty, heartbreak, pain, or grief somehow. You're moving through and away from that into a new beginning, just the very beginnings of a new beginning. For others of you, you may be traveling as well. The Six of Swords can represent that, and perhaps for some of you, this movement into a more calm, peaceful time in your life actually involves and includes travel, a physical movement as well into a new beginning. You may be moving somewhere new as part of a healing process. You're starting something new. You're at the beginning place of starting something new, and it's definitely representing you're entering into a more harmonious and balanced place in your life. Even though it's a quieter, more somber energy, there's healing. I'm feeling actually quite a strong undercurrent of healing, regardless of whether that's physical, mental, emotional, all of those at the same time. And because there's this other air sign individual for some of you that's showing up as significant, it could be somebody who's the reason that you're healing. It could be somebody who's an important, positive part of that healing process. For some of you, it could be that perhaps a breakup or difficulty around that King of Swords individual is what you're moving away from and healing from as well. But definitely new beginnings, the start of new beginnings. You're moving away from something difficult and you're planting seeds for a new beginning. And I'm looking at that overall energy of the Six of Wands, that victory and triumph too. It's significant victory and triumph, which means, Sagittarius, that whatever it is that you're moving away from, healing away from, you're finally moving into a better place in your life. I feel like for a lot of you, it was pretty significant, whether it was something that you're putting a lot of work into, and it was just a lot of work and struggle that way. It's definitely been worth it, victory and triumph. For others of you, what you're moving away from is emotional as well. Perhaps you went through a difficult time in a relationship, or a relationship breakup, or relationship difficulties that was quite significant and quite difficult for you. You're overcoming. That's the primary message and energy I'm getting, because for some of you, this might be in work, career, and finances. Could be a project at work. It could be getting fired and getting a new job again, or transitioning career paths. It could be spirituality for some of you. But the energy remains the same regardless of how the specifics and details vary in those of you watching, because it's a general reading. Whatever it is that you've been through that looks to be maybe emotionally challenging, traumatic, painful, a long struggle or work of some kind, there's this really strong sense of overcoming, of having overcome, and now you're moving into a better, peaceful, more balanced place in your life, and you're moving into a new beginning too. You're planting the seeds to begin to manifest and grow something new and beautiful in your life. Now, at or towards the end of December 2017, we have the Knight of Wands with the Five of Pentacles. So more fire energy here with the Knight of Wands. Knights, when you see knights, they usually represent offers or opportunities coming in, or that you're being asked to kind of seize upon or consider. They can also represent the speed at which a situation moves, and usually fairly fast moving, because knights are known for being very spontaneous and impulsive. They're knights, they have missions and quests to accomplish, so they go charging out, very single-minded, very focused, sometimes almost fanatical, because their whole purpose is to slay the dragon, rescue the princess, find the lost relic, bring it back, deliver results. So they often represent offers and opportunities. And then the Knight of Wands, out of all four of the knights, this is the fastest, because he's fueled by the element of fire, the energy of fire. So this could be an opportunity, an opportunity of some kind, because it's fire energy. It's very exciting, and there's a lot of creative energy around it. It could be a creative or artistic endeavor or project. It could be a kind of a person coming in, some kind of offer or opportunity that holds a lot of excitement, enthusiasm, passion. It may be coming in very fast and unexpected, because it's the Knight of Wands. And it could also be that the window of opportunity for it is not that large either, and you may feel the need to act upon it quite quickly. Now, it's clarified by the Five of Pentacles. So here we have earth energy, which is the element which governs this suit. And in the tarot, the energy of the suit of Pentacles is earthy energy, and it's usually reflected in an earthy, tangible way. And it typically manifests in the concrete, day-to-day world we live in, things we can see and touch and feel. Often things like money, finances, property, resources, assets, job, etc., or tangible efforts of tangible work that we put into other areas of our life as well. The Five of Pentacles can be a card of insufficiency and lack. It can represent in finances and resources not having enough money, or the fear of not having enough money. It can represent maybe being out of work, or not getting enough work, or feeling like what you're making isn't enough. On an emotional level, it can feel in a relationship area, or an emotional level, it can feel like you were not enough, maybe feeling abandoned or rejected somehow, or not good enough. It can also represent maybe feeling kind of blackballed or shut out of a group of some kind. But there's also the sense that this couple is missing something that's right in front of them. And sometimes in love and romance, when the Five of Pentacles comes up, and this Knight of Wands could be a person coming into your life too quite quickly, a fire sign, maybe just like you, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, and the Knight of Wands could also represent you moving quite quickly and very spontaneously as well. Sometimes in love and romance, or in the relationship arena of your life, or even in other areas, the Five of Pentacles can represent missing something that's right in front of you, or bypassing, not really paying enough attention to something or someone that's right in front of you, because they don't appear maybe to be as exciting. Maybe if this was, sometimes in love and romance, you may meet someone and kind of disregard them, not really see them as a potential love interest or as a good mate for you, because they just don't, catch your eye right away. But the Five of Pentacles can sometimes represent that you're running the risk of missing out on something that could be quite good, quite beautiful for you in the long run, just because you're not looking at it close enough, or you're just kind of looking at it and passing it over really quickly without really seeing it, without really looking at it. In love and romance, this can represent meeting someone or having someone maybe showing attention to you or making it clear that they like you, and you just kind of disregard them because you're not really seeing them, you're not really looking at them and seeing them, when in fact the energy of this card is that they could be the best thing that ever happened. They could be, somebody that would really be quite a beautiful enrichment in your life together if you just take a minute to look a little closer. And you can translate that energy into other areas too. In job, work, or finances, it might mean that there is an opportunity coming, or coming in front of you, and you disregard it because maybe on paper it doesn't look so good. You don't bother to take a second look or find out a little bit more about it, and you may be missing something right in front of you that actually could be really, really wonderful and beautiful and beneficial to you, regardless of what area of your life this manifests in. Because this Knight of Wands is very impulsive and spontaneous. He's known for kind of charging off. And for some of you, this could represent that as you're moving through this healing period and moving into new beginnings, be careful to pay attention to any new things or people that come into your life. Don't just write them off at first glance or disregard them. You may want to take a second look at anything or anyone new that comes into your life, because it may turn out to be the best thing that you ever do. That's kind of what I'm getting. So that's really interesting. For some of you, it may be this air sign individual as well. I kind of feel like for most of you, there's a couple of different things going on. Some of you, it just may be all in the relationship area of your life. Let me take another look here. Some of you, there may be an offer or opportunity coming in quite quickly that's going to help you and be quite beneficial in an area of your life that you may feel an insufficiency or lack, whether it's financial or emotional. Again, it's a general reading. There's a lot of you watching, excuse me. So the area of your life that this resonates in may vary. The specifics and details and intensity may vary. But one thing that's coming through, there is a healing process. You're moving away from something that's been difficult for you, or a big struggle for you. You're overcoming. You've definitely put a lot of work into something, and you're healing and overcoming, regardless of what area of your life that's manifesting in. There may be an earth sign person in your life that's significant, that's part of this process in a positive way. For some of you, it may be what you're moving away from. For others of you, it may be in love and romance. It may be somebody coming in, or a potential new love interest that you may be inclined to just pass over, or maybe presenting an offer or opportunity of some kind that you're inclined to just kind of look at really quick and disregard. But you need to take a second look at this person, at him or her, or at the offer or opportunity that's coming in, because you may be missing something quite beautiful that's right in front of your face. I keep getting that, so it'd be interesting to see what the feedback on this is. A beautiful energy, lots of healing energy, lots of restorative energy, victory and triumph, maybe some public recognition as well for some of you. Maybe an exciting new offer or opportunity, maybe helping overcome an area that has felt maybe lacking in your life. Be careful not to turn away from anything or turn down from anything too quickly, or anyone. Interesting reading. So Sagittarius, that pretty much wraps up your December 2017 mid-month readings. I will see you all in a couple of weeks at the very beginning of the new year in January for the general readings then. I hope you all have a wonderful holiday season. I wish you all a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And again, if any of you are interested in a personal one-on-one reading with me, go to my YouTube channel's homepage, click on the About button. You'll see all the information there. Don't forget to consider personal readings as gifts for friends and family for Christmas, and also the 6 and 12-month overviews as we're going into a new year and closing out 2017. Hasn't it gone by in a blink? Take care, Sagittarius. As always, I wish you joy, peace, happiness, and a beautiful, blessed life, particularly as we're moving into the new year. And I hope to see you back here again soon. Take care. Bye bye.